What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for the culmination, most likely, of the PGA Tour Series, because today we are playing East Lake Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia. Course designer is TechBud on this one, and I have a little background information on my phone that I'm going to read out here. But the reason why I say that is because this is the home of the Tour Championship, basically the biggest culmination of the PGA Tour year in the schedule, basically their entire tour schedule for the year. But this is going on from August 29th to September 1st, so massive purse and basically kind of bragging rights for the winner of the tournament for the year. But I took a picture. I didn't know this, so today hasn't really exactly gone the way I expected. I tried to come out here and I was planning on playing this one second, but the first course that I had planned playing, which I've been looking forward to, is a newer course available on GS Pro. For whatever reason, there was a big log jam, I think, with the GS Pro server, so it was taking forever to download these two courses. Luckily, this one finished. I had to pull an audible and play another course that I wasn't planning on doing. But before I came out, I looked at both of them, and if you go on the SGT website and you click the little scorecard thing next to the courses, it actually pulls up the entire scorecard, and it has like the designer recommendations for the fairways, the wind, and it tells you the difficulty, the stimp, and like the designer and all that stuff. And also, they give you a little background. So it says, located in Atlanta, Georgia, East Lake Golf Club is the home course of legendary golfer Bobby Jones and is the oldest course in the city of Atlanta. The club is not only historic but philanthropic as well. Proceeds from operations, more than $20 million to date, support the East Lake Foundation, which has helped transform one of the nation's worst public housing projects into a thriving community. Since 2005, East Lake has been the permanent home of the Tour Championship, the culminating event of the PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup, with only the top 30 players on the points list qualifying each year. So again, pretty big event. Debatably one of the biggest. I know it's not technically a major, I don't believe. Those major tournaments always get a lot of eyeballs, but this is basically, technically, as the name implies, like the championship, the Super Bowl of the tour for the year. So we're gonna give it a go, and wasn't really planning on playing out here. Walked yesterday on course, so kind of fatigued from that. Just played an audible course before that, 18 holes. So this is the second round of today, and both yesterday on course and the first round today didn't go super great. So trying to manage expectations back here a little bit. So this could get pretty ugly kind of quick here, but we'll see if we can piece together a halfway decent round. Playing the furthest back tees like always in the course recommended settings. Besides, I turn the wind off, but the stimps are, I believe, 13, pretty firm and fast. You would expect for a Tour Championship type of course, and the fairways are firm and the greens are firm, so I got to keep that in mind. But for the rundown, there's a link down in the description, Amazon link. I'd appreciate it if you guys check that out. Do any of your Amazon shopping, click that link first. I also usually pin a comment down in the comment sections with that same Amazon affiliate link. Great way to support the channel at no additional cost. But Garmin Approach R10 behind me on DIY level stand, Callaway Super Fast Balls, 5x4 hitting mat that's holding up pretty good, better than expected for what I paid for it. 5x4 hitting nets, and GS Pro over here running on my gaming laptop. So without further ado, highly anticipated round here for, not really me, but pretty much the entire year leading up to this, the entire series that I've done, and then the PGA Tour Pros I'll definitely be watching. But first hole here at East Lake, par 5, 505. Take a look at the flyover. It's always nice when there's no naming issues, and the name of the course here within GS Pro is the same as the actual course, so I can kind of keep things consistent versus like some of the DPC. I wonder for like search results and stuff, it's a little bit tougher. People know what they're called and what to look for with GS in the GS Pro community, but for the average person, like I remember a couple times ago I played like DPC South Breeze instead of TPC Southwind, so something like that. People were kind of confused, like what is this course? But here we go. 505 up 12. Water to get over. Furthest back tees probably isn't the best suited for me right now, the way I'm hitting it, but see if we can get over that water, at least into the fairway. Toey pop up to the right. Sit. 148 on the ball speed, 104.6. Actually, kind of a soft bounce despite how firm these fairways are, but blocked out a little bit these trees, but we're in the semi-rough, so it's only a 1%, so basically second cut, almost the fairway. Leaves us with, I'm assuming, either a 4 hybrid or a 3 wood. 239, up another 10 yards, so yeah, it's going to have to be 3 wood. See what we got up here. At least we kept it dry. We are kind of blocked out, so I'm going to have to bail out over here to the left towards this bunker. There's still that tree there. Maybe then, if I go here, maybe 4 hybrid's a better choice. Go right there. Had some Diet Coke before, resetting things here right between first round and second round. Did a little mental reset. Hopefully just piece together a few good holes, get kind of back on the horse here with some better swings and some better scores, and hopefully finish today on somewhat of a high note. But frustrating round yesterday on course and frustrating first round here on the simulator today. But that's all going to change right now. That was pulled left. But, alright, not actually a terrible type of layup shot. I didn't hit that very good by any means, but Garmin had that as a slight draw. That was more of a pull draw. At least it started left. That almost felt like it was going to fade back a little bit, but in any event, we're in, I guess you would call this a fairway bunker. We're in the sand, 43 yards, up about 2 yards, so 45, and then this is going to play anywhere from 5 to 10%, so anywhere from 2 to 4 yards or so. I'm thinking 56, play this as about a 50-yard shot. You guys will have to check out that first round. Should be the video right before this. It was Pine Hills, I think it was, in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Local course that I've actually played here. Played in real life a couple times. There was one hole on the back nine. I scolded my 60-degree like 3 times back over the green. So trying to, despite just talking about that, maybe speaking that into existence, trying to forget about that a little bit and not have that happen again. But see here with the 56, trying to go for about 50 yards. A little bit chunky. Should be all right though. May need to sit a little bit. All right. Par, I think, to start it off. Caught that a little bit too good. I mean, by too good, I mean I swung a little bit too hard at it. Carry from the Garmin was 64.5, so basically 65 yards. That was about 15 yards too much of what I was looking for there, but we got it to work out of that bunker. So, oh, and that actually, I know it gets cut off by the video, but that actually played closer to, that was almost like a greenside bunker despite not really being that close to the green. That gave me 86% speed out of there. So that's probably why I hit that too hard, but it ended up working out. But I thought that was going to play closer to 5 or 10%. But in any event, par on the first, even through 1. Second hole, par 3, 189, up 7. Brings us to 196. I'm going to go 6 iron. We'll see where the pin is and what's up there. Looks like it's tucked kind of front middle-ish right. Yeah, it's front right. So we're going to aim out here. I will be very happy with somewhere between an under par round is not in the cards for today, but I'd be happy by the end of these 18 holes if I'm somewhere between even and 5 over. That's the goal. 6 iron here. Hit it pretty hard. Oh, it's staying right where we aimed to. That was just a dead straight. That was actually a decent swing. Unfortunately, I was anticipating more of a fade there. Actually, not a terrible shot, and it was a decent miss, all things considered. I'll take that. Got some work to do now, though, but it's funny, too. I came out here, I hit one single pitching wedge on the range before, and I flushed it, so I was like, all right, I'm good to go. And then first couple holes, I was striking my irons really good, and then it went downhill pretty quick. after that. But we've got 21. I gotta remember firm greens and firm fairways, so I could probably almost get away with like half of this and let it roll out. So 10 to 15 yards of carry should be pretty good. It's gonna come out a little bit right, and we're on a downslope, so it's gonna roll out even more. So we'll aim here. Problem is with that pin tucked where it is, looks like there's a downslope there too. There's a way to pull up the heat map. I don't know how to do that. I don't want to start pressing buttons and get all messed up, but it could. If I hit it too good and past it, it could roll right off the green. So better to be a little bit short here and take the bogey. But 60 degree going just for the bottom of the net. That's got to go. I chunked that too. But like I said, it's on. That's a bogey. Not messing with that. Possible false lip over there. 1 over through 2. Third hole, par 4, 372. Take a look at the flyover. Grab a drink, check the camera, make sure we're still rolling. I was spraying the driver all over the place yesterday on course. Probably 75% of my shots were pretty significant slices to the right. I hit 280. That was a baby draw, but that was about it. Hopefully, throughout the course of this round, find the middle of the club face a little bit more. Ooh, look at the weather up there at this course. Looks kind of gray. Looks like there could be. That was like, we had really severe thunderstorms come through last night. That's how the sky looked here. And looks like they could be in Georgia as of playing this round. Looks like there's some thunderstorms over there in the sky maybe. Looks kind of ominous. Basically a top down the middle. It's gonna work out. I swung kind of hard at it, and I'm surprised it's going that far. That barely got off the ground. That was the very, very bottom of the club face. What'd I get out of that, like 240? 260. 220 carry from the Garmin, 240 in the game. Must have been some downslope, and luckily that significant rollout from the firm fairways. Surprised we even got that much out of that. Pretty poor strike, but we are in the rough with 111 left. Down about 3-4 yards. It's gonna come out right. Honestly, the 3-4 yards, that'll compensate for the rough. So right in the neighborhood of that 111 number. Gonna go approach wedge. Swing it pretty full. Account for a miss hit. Anything on the green, I'd be pretty happy with. Healy pop-up. Oh, that was about 2 yards away from being really good. That sucks. Alright. Bunker shot. .60 degree, and we're on a downslope. This is fun. So 10 yards, up a little more than a yard. I gotta launch this really high and land it really soft. Let's see if I can do it. It's tough getting it with a downslope, how short-sided we are. Sliding this club under that clean to be able to launch it that high and have it land. I got it up, but we'll see. Sit. Yeah, a little bit too much. I kind of drop kicked it a little bit. Another bogey, I think. 2 over. Fourth hole, par 4, 475. Day like today when I'm not striking it good, can't be giving myself those difficult shots to try to pull off miracles. Up 20 yards into this one, oh boy. Narrow fairway too. Swung harder, but still low on the face. Kind of a low line drive up the middle. And just died into the rough. 233 on the carry from the Garmin, 224 in the game. We only got 227 out of it. Jeez Louise. We still got 246 left and it's up. This 3-wood hasn't been my friend today. I mean, I have to hit it. Realistically, I could just tee it up again if I had that same driver swing and still not even get there, but we're going to have to try to actually hit a decent 3-wood here. Hit one good one yesterday on course, but today I just haven't been able to hit it. This is barely going to, I mean, we're in the deep rough too, geez. Alright. 0.0% chance this comes even close to the green, but I'm going to swing hard and hack it out of this deep rough. Low launch is going to fade. Get going. Nice 152-yard 3-wood from the deep rough. It penalizes you even more too. Realistically, deep rough, obviously you want to be able to hit a 3-wood there, and GS Pro is much more accurate and realistic, so it penalizes you hitting it. That was a low launch out of there. I only got 75% of the speed out of that and 56% spin. The lower spin helps for a little bit of rollout, but realistically I should have hit something with more loft out of there. Leaves us with 94 up 5, so 99 total. Go here and try to feather in 100 yard, just shy of that approach wedge. Decent contact, we'll see. Nope. Didn't put enough on it. Game of inches here, folks. I didn't even feel like that bad of a strike, but now we're, again, kind of short-sided out of a bunker. At least we're on an upslope this time. It's going to come out left 14 yards, up about 2. So we're at 16, and then the green side's 25%. So another 2 yards on top of that. So probably need in the neighborhood of, again, I got to open the 60-degree up, launch it high, land it soft, but 14, 15 yards of carry, something like that. Got it to work. Not the best strike again. That was chunky. I hit behind it. It's tough because you open the club up. I think you expose more of the bounce, so it's really hard to slide it under there clean. I caught the mat first, but we got that to work. 3 over through 4. 5th hole par 4, 4-4-8, down 14 yards. A lot of elevated and hitting up and down off these tees so far. Wonder what Bobby Jones, his best score here is at this course. Probably low 60s if I had to guess. Maybe even high 50s, I don't know. Depends if they kept the way a lot of these courses seem to be going with the pros hitting it as far as they do. They seem to keep extending and extending and extending the tees and the course length that historically people have played, but that's the whole reason I guess they're going to those reduced flight balls possibly. I don't know if that's set in stone, but I think that's the plan going forward within a year or two. A little bit better there, better launch, and of course that was a no read. Probably won't be able to do that again. That's unfortunate. And then I do that, I'm sure that will register. Yep. Get through that. Told you expectations were low. What do we get ourselves into over here? .216 out of the deep rough. I'm gonna aim over here, and I'm just gonna hammer a 4 hybrid. If we catch the tree, we catch the tree. But deep rough is 21%, so that's like another 40 yards. Try to maybe play this back in my stance a little bit, do a little bit of a kind of a sawed off. I definitely hit it low, but it started left. Not the day, I should have just hit that regular, not the day to be trying to pull off hero shots and experiment doing stuff that I'm not used to. 95 yards with that 4 hybrid. 193 carry from the Garmin, and we got 100 yards less than that from the game. Leaves us with 121, and we're still in the deep rough, so down about 2 yards. It's going to come out right. I don't love how this is tucked over there. So 119 from the deep rough is 21%. So that's like 24 yards. I'm going to go choke down 9 iron. Thin, but it was straight. We'll see. Stay there. Alright. Bogey, I think. Brings us to 4 over. Maybe a more realistic goal here would have been 5 over for each 9. Not 5 over for the round, but 4 over through 5. Basically bogey golf going here, folks. 6th hole par 5, 510. Up 23 yards. Dogleg right around these trees by the looks of it. Where are we going to aim? I got a 2-way miss going, so who knows where this is going to end up. Just going to have to aim kind of down the middle, out to the left a little bit, try to get around those trees, but could be a, today the miss has been mainly with the driver's been low in the face. So that'll probably happen, but who knows if it's going to be a low in the face, duck hook pull left, or a low in the face, big spinny slice. Or a spinny pop-up slice. Not too bad though. 4.7, we got it around those trees. That was launch better. 107.6, 151.9. Gotta swing up on it more, I guess. Kind of cock my shoulders more up in the air. A little bit better speed and distance there. What did we get out of that? 269.5. Alright, leaves us with, we're in the rough, 131, up 20. It's going to have to be a 3-wood, I guess. Aim there, it's going to come out right. I gave it a healthy hat, caught it a little bit heavy on the mat, but it's up there. Right into the bunker, but 227 on that, and it was pretty significantly up. I would think that would be in the 140s on the ball speed, considering we got that out of it. Yeah, 146, 96 on the club. That actually wasn't hit horrendous. 2 halfway decent shots in a row. See if we can make it 3 halfway decent. I mean, we're greenside, almost pin high on a par 5 hitting 3. Granted, we're out of a bunker, but it is an upslope. We got 17 yards, up a little over a yard, so we'll call it 18, and then 25%. So it's like 4 yards, so like 22 total. Lane here, and looking for the neighborhood of about 18 of carry, I think. Kind of scooped it up in the air, but that works. Birdie, I think we got one back. 3 over. 7th hole, par 4, 486, down 21. Crazy slope here. Usually I associate those southern courses, I kind of associate it similar to Florida, how flat Florida is as a state. When I've played in Florida in the villages, generally everything is pretty flat. Not the case here in Georgia. Alright. Another good drive. Or, not even good, just not horrendous would be nice. Four right. Kick left. Alright, pine straw. 273. Thanks to the downslope on that. Leaves us with 217 out of the pine straw, down 6 yards. Punch 4-iron? Not even too much of a punch, just a lower flighted if I could do that. Should take my own advice and not try to do anything special, but I'm just going to try to hit this hard, and should come out lower anyways from the 4-iron, but it was definitely low. Alright, another greenside bunker, but I almost pulled that off. That was close to what I was looking for. Right idea, I think, at least. 60-degree greenside bunker, 23 yards. We're on a downslope. Up a little more than a yard, so 24, and then it's like an extra 5 yards. So like we're looking at 29 total. So probably fly this in the neighborhood of 25. Might work, might need to go just a little. Go! Alright, we escaped again. Par. Hitting the 60 degree just a little bit better here on the second round. And by better, I mean at least I'm not just sculling it back and forth over the green like I did in the first one. But I've kind of been able to escape a couple times out of these bunkers. These aren't the easiest shots in the world, but I'm pulling them off. 3 over through 7, 8th hole, par 4, 449. Thinking, I'm sure as a lot of you, every one of you can relate, just wish I had more time so I could space these rounds out better, but between scheduling and weather and everything else, wish I could be able to come out here every single time. Really, really looking forward to playing and really feeling like I'm at 100%. But tough trying to fit everything in all the time. Alright, don't love that water on the left, so we're going to aim up there. Uh-oh, that was left. It's fading though. Alright, this will work out. Definitely started left. 106, 150. I think my body's loosening up a little bit here. The driver's been a little bit better, but helps when you're not skull thinning it off the tee box and you're actually getting it towards the middle-ish of the face and getting it up in the air. What was that? 272. Leaves us with 176 left. Where's the pin? Unfortunately, this is kind of an in-between number. Probably going to be a 7-iron. And I guess we'll go there. I'd rather flare it to the right and be in that bunker versus aiming too far left, not having it fade back and ending up in that water. Still could definitely happen if I pull this, but 7-iron here. Struck it clean. It's gonna fade more than I want. Way more than I want. Felt like a pretty solid strike. I'm surprised that actually faded that much. Could have been a slight misread, but came over the top of the club face open. I guess it's possible. Garmin had that at 10.4 club path out to in. Didn't feel that exaggerated. And 1500 side spin for the Garmin. That's pretty significant. That didn't feel like a Mondo slice, but take the Garmin's word for it. And once again, we find ourselves in a greenside bunker, so 20 yards, even more of a downslope this time, unfortunately. 6.2 down. Really got to launch this high. It's going to come out left, so 20 yards up about a yard and a half. So we're at 21 plus another 4, 25 total. Need about 20 in the air. Drop kicked it again, pushed it right. Get in there. Wow, we escaped again. Pretty poor strike again, but we got away with it. Better to be lucky than good, and not exactly the shot I wanted, but that was the shot we needed. So hanging at 3 over, onto the 9th we go. Par 3, 227. Not much to write home about with the slope on this one, so what am I gonna hit? That's a really well struck 4-iron type of distance, but those are few and far between. Where's the bailout? I mean, there's room, and the pin's in the front. I could probably hit 4 hybrid, which I think I might do. Kind of splitting hairs. I mean, very low likelihood I get 227 total out of this 4-iron, but there is a lot of room. Luckily, it's not like an island green where you have to fly it all the way there. So there's a lot of room short. I could hit the 4-iron and probably just most likely come up short, but we'll see, and I'll at least give it a chance with the 4 hybrid. Chance we come up long if I really mash this. Probably won't happen, but chunky pop up left. That's gonna be short. It's dry though. Nice sub 194 hybrid. Chunk central. I really do miss that Country Club Elite mat that I have. That hitting strip was really nice because you could put the one, it's basically, that's a gold standard of a mat. Better quality all around, but it's only a hitting strip. I could cut out a section, but one of the main things I miss, I was thinking I probably should. On the course, I would have teed it up slightly. Wish I could put, this isn't quite thick enough to put a tee directly into it, but leaves us with 39 up 4 in the rough. Doesn't look like a rough, but so yeah, I guess maybe we're in the rough. 43, and then 6%, another like 2-3 yards. We'll go 56. Don't hate it. Oh, I thought that was actually going to be pretty good. I was trying to just play it a little bit shy of my 50-yard shot. I think the rough may have hurt us there. I'm curious. Oh no, I didn't put enough on it. Anyway, he sliced it. So Garmin only had that at 37.8. Took too much off of it. Felt pretty good off the cuff face, but another bunker shot. Upslope at least this time is going to come out left, 11 yards. We'll aim there. Up almost 2, so we're at 13 plus 25%. That's like another 2, so we're at like 15. 10 yards in the air. How does that come up short? And it didn't even stay on. I'm shocked I was able to leave that short. "15 feet. We're on the green. This could be a really wonky shot here. So 15, 16 feet. That's like 5 yards. So I need to land it about here. This may take a couple tries. Alright, first one didn't go. That's the problem. I mean, the fact that the Garmin can even read anything like sub 10 yards is pretty impressive, but something like this is so delicate. There's not enough club speed coming through for the Garmin to even register it, but sit. Bogey or double maybe? Double. Sucks. We're piecing together some scores there, but just like that, from 3 over to 5 over, to the back 9 we go. 10th hole, par 4, 426. We're in the trees here. Again, a little bit of stuttering on my end here on the gameplay from GS Pro. Hopefully you guys aren't experiencing that too bad on your end. Not the quickest in the world, but wasn't terrible. 106.8, 152. Baby draw from the Garmin. This should roll out maybe 280, 285. 286, take that. Not take that, we will take that. Alright, see if we can follow this up. One of the better drives today, especially with this round. 140 up 8. Where's the pin? Alright, gonna go just pretty full and smooth 9-iron. Oh, I toe chunked it. Gonna be short right. We may be setting a world record here for greenside bunker shots. This is unbelievable. I think it's been almost every single hole we've been in the greenside bunker. And we got another short-sided 10-yard bunker shot. 10 yards, up a yard, greenside bunker. So 11, 13 total. If this comes up short, drop kicked it, that's gonna be long left. Wow, it just stayed, luckily. I think that took a soft first bounce par. I almost shanked that. That was a pretty horrendous shot, but we got that to work. That was lucky. Alright, par there, 5 over through 10, 11th hole, par 3, 216, down 5. 211 total. Water in the front, another bunker which is calling our name. Let's try the 4-iron. 5 would get there. It would be a good 5 number. But not striking it very good right now, so 4-iron would be a little bit safer, I think. That's a chunky pull left. Bounce right. Might have to start switching over to old man golf and going like soft hybrids. The way I'm striking these irons right now. You guessed it, another greenside bunker shot. 24 yards on a downslope. It's going to come out pretty far right. So I'll aim here. 24. Another 5 yards from the bunker. Gonna try to fly this about 25. That's gonna be too much. Mulligan though. At least that would have been out, but I kind of sculled it. I don't think it read, right? Just a straight no read. Never know, sometimes if it advances like a foot and you lose a stroke, but take 2. That was cleaner. Why didn't I do that the first time? And it's short. Too clean. Bogey. 6 over. 12th hole, par 4, 385. This round's getting away from us here. Short of par 4 though. GS Pro really needs to add another song to their menu. I always have that GS Pro theme song stuck in my head. Lost it up the right, but it was hit relatively hard. 106.5, 151. Flying into the rough and sitting. 257 into the rough. Deep rough, that is. 127 up 6 out of the deep rough, so 133, and then the deep rough is 21%. So it's another 26 yards. Need like an 8-iron out of here, I think. Which is kind of crazy for 127, but did I do that right? 127 up 6, 133, and then usually just go 20% versus 21 because it's easier to do the math, but 10% would be 13, and then double that, 26. This still might come up short too, depending on how I hit it. Better strike. I can press that a little bit better. Ooh, come on. Come back. Come back. Come back. Not going to do it. Par. Really close to a birdie there. Better 8-iron shot. Kind of stayed, covered the ball better with my chest. Kind of stayed down and threw that a little bit better. Silver linings here. 6 over through 12. 13th hole, par 4. 434 yards. Be curious what you guys put up if you're playing along with these courses. I know the subscriber Outdoors is the username, Outdoors, and then a bunch of letters and numbers. He usually plays along. Let me know down in the comments if you play this course, what tees you played and what score you shot. High on the face. Should get some extra carry on it, but well, I've moved away from the low on the face strikes. Now we're in the neighborhood of too high on the face, at least that one. I guess if I had to pick, I'd rather have that, but not too high where I start to leave sky marks. That wasn't that high, it was still on the face, but 107, 148, 253, 273 total. Not too shabby for a miss hit. 160, up 6. Go 8-iron again. Down, chest over the ball, down and through it. A little bit chunky, a little bit toey. Should be on the green though. Get lucky. Nope. Not bad. Played that right to about my stock number, right about 165 total with the 8. That was better again, keeping my chest over the ball. I think I saw, yeah, 164.3. Not too bad, I'll take that. Another par, 6 over. 14th hole, par 5. 548. Strange lately. I've been playing pretty decent on course. I don't know if I've been back here since I played. I played last week. I played 9 holes with my dad and Uncle Tony, and didn't play great. I think I shot like a 41 or a 42, something like that. And then on the way home, Steve from Florida, that was with that trip, asked if I wanted to play another 9. So I went to another course around here, which is tougher. It's not a super long course, but it's narrow, and the greens are always super firm. And I went from 41, 42, whatever I shot at, it was Goddard the first round, and then on the way home, ended up shooting 1 under at that course, which I was pleasantly surprised at, but I don't know if I mentioned that. And the reason why I was thinking that is I've oddly felt more comfortable in playing better golf on course lately than I have back here, which is kind of strange. Usually it's the complete opposite. But so far, like I was saying, I think it was the first round, all these simulator rounds are definitely paying off, because so far this summer, definitely had by far my best summer of golf on course for score-wise, real life golf. But career lows on 9, I shot 2 under probably about a month ago on 9 holes, and then last week I shot 1 under. So there's hope. I'm capable of it, but just gonna get to the point where I can do that consistently. Low on the face, started left, fade back right. This isn't going to be very good. 253 into the deep rough. Luckily, it was a pretty poor spinny slice to the right, but luckily we're in a decent enough position where we're not completely blocked out. We're in the deep rough and we got a long way home, 292 down 10. But if I can just hammer a 3-wood up here, right about there. I mean, 292 down 10, and then the deep rough is 21%, so that's like 60 yards almost in addition to this. So we're gonna get nowhere near close to the green, but if I can just get this back out, hack it out, back out into the short stuff, and maybe have like a 8 or a 9 iron into this. Oh, Helium left. But it was a no read. I hit it relatively hard. I think I gotta line this up more towards the toe. I've been off the heel all day long with this. Well, that was off the toe, but I topped it. Well, we're gonna have longer than a 8 iron into this, but we are in the short stuff if it stops. Yikes. Talk about overcorrecting. About as far off the heel as I could hit it that first one. And then that second one was about as far off the toe as I could hit it. Both low. Oh, maybe not. 147. Actually, I can hit almost like a choke down 9. Come out left on the downslope. So we got about 148 total. I'm actually just going to go pretty smooth 9. I'm not going to try to get inside that inner circle. Just play it towards the green. A little bit chunky, but at least I stayed down and through it. Stay there. Par, I think, if it sits. Still rolling, still rolling. I know I can fast forward it, but I did that one time and it kicked me out of the round, so par. At least I figured out one little thing with my swing with, I know I have to do it, but these last couple have been confirmation of staying more down and through it. That's been working out a little bit better with irons at least. So if I can find those, just those little nuggets throughout the round where I can take that into the next one. 6 over still, 15th hole par 3, 198 with a lot of water to contend with. So I'm gonna look at this flyover with you guys. Almost an island green. It's about 75% covered with water. Pins front right. So we are definitely going to favor this left side in the middle of the green, considering there's a bunker over here. We're gonna go there. What is a 198 yard carry club? I guess 5? 198 total is better for a 6, but I don't think I can carry it that far, especially the way I'm hitting it. So we're gonna go 5 iron. Hopefully if I come up long, that bunker catches it. Uh-oh, that's right. That's gonna be wet. Not even close. And I think I'll have to re-tee it and hit it again, unless it lets us drop where we crossed. That 5 over goal. Alright, let us move up a little bit. Oh, not even. So now we're in, this is even worse. Oh, I should have realized where I was. Now, we basically have the same exact shot, but I'm in the deep rough, so that's 21%. And it's not a great lie. It's on a significant downslope. I don't know if we're getting out of this. That was a mistake. I don't know. I pressed it way too quick. I just pressed drop right away. I should have looked if I could have re-teed it. That was a monumental mistake. Now I don't even know what to hit. 4 hybrid, I think. We gotta do some math on this. 193, up a yard, so 194, but the deep rough is 21%, so that's 40 yards. I don't know if I'm getting this. I might have to tee it up. I'll try it a couple times. Man, I hope this stays dry. It's going to come out way right and we're on a significant downslope. Good example of what not to do here. This needs to be a 4 hybrid for the record books. This is tough. This is tough. Now we're getting further away from the hole. 206. We still in the deep rough, I think. Yeah. All right. I'll take another couple chances. I might just have to either pick up the ball on this hole or tee it up. Honestly, I'm gonna aim out here again. I'm gonna hit 3 wood this time. This is a first. It's still gonna miss right into the water. That's about as hard as I can swing at that. All right. I'll drop it in. I gotta tee it up. There's nothing in my bag that can get there. .208 deep rough. At this point, I'm gonna tee up my driver. You guys can chirp me in the comments. I think I have the settings to log 10, which I think is like a 10 over par or something like that. I've never even gone that bad, but I'm teeing up driver. It's either that or like there's literally nothing in my bag. Deep rough, we're at 208 and then 21% is over 40 yards. There's nothing in my bag that carries. I barely sometimes even get my driver to carry 250, so there's nothing. This may even come up into the water short, depending on how I hit it. There's nothing in my bag I can hit off the deck that even comes close. Cue up the circus music. That Benny Hill. Alright. If you guys look, this is my 9th shot on a par 3. And I've moved over to driver. And this is my 2nd driver attempt. That's still wet. That's short right again. At this point, it's just driver practice. It's coming out so low out of this deep rough. Like, what are you supposed to do here? What's the next option? Re-hit? I'm just going to keep hitting them. It's going to be the same result if I pick it up or if I just max out on the score, so. I don't know how it's coming out so low. I mean, obviously those first driver was horrendous. That one wasn't hit particularly good either, but they're just coming out dead and low. And we're only getting 73% and 56% of the spin, which is probably why out of this deep rough. Still gonna be short. I mean, what am I swinging these at? 108.9. I'm swinging it at 109, 150. That was still low in the face, but I'm swinging hard at these and it's not even coming close. Well, I think we're getting close. We're at shot 10 plus. Eventually it's just going to pick my ball up. Basically this is speed training at this point. Not kind of happy with that 109. Low in the face left. 107.1, not even halfway there. Can I hit 110 on the club speed? Oh. 111.6. 153 ball speed. How are we getting further away from the hole? How am I 232 now? Well, I got my 110. Pretty happy about that. At least I'll take that as a high note. 249 carry from the raw from the Garmin. 153.7, 111.6 on the club speed. All right, that's enough before I break my driver. 103.9. First time I've had to do this on the channel. How do I drop ball? I'm gonna have to pick it up. Shot options. Concede. All right, we got a 10. 13 over. We still got 3 holes left. I don't even know if I can swing anymore. All right, at this point, I should probably just end the video, but 13 over through 15. 16th hole, par 4, 442. I just exhausted myself with those. Almost 112 though on the club speed. And, like I've said, I think the Garmin reads low, so that could have been in the neighborhood of possibly 115, 120. Being generous. I guess at this point, scorecard's more than blown up at this point. I'll just try to swing hard again. .3, 152. Why not just do that every time? I've said that before in the past. Sometimes when you really swing hard out of your shoes, you kind of let instincts take over instead of trying to like guide the ball. Sometimes you almost hit it better when you swing really, really hard and just let it fly. 268 on that. 172 up 9. .181. Go 7 iron. Swinging that hard though, this is gonna mess up all these other shots. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make contact with this. Chunky dunky. That's gonna be well short. Hey, look at that, another bunker. Alright, we have entered into get through these last couple holes as quick as possible. Not going to do a ton of math, just going to try to get it close. 20 yards, call it about 25. It's going to come out left. Probably going to be a little bit short, but ooh, it was long. Speed golf. Luckily, there's only 2 holes left, so 14 over, 17th hole, par 4, 410. What would you guys have done in that situation? Like, I was swinging, I literally swung that at 111. and there was zero chance, even with teeing it up, there's just nothing I could hit to even get close to that green. I mean, I would assume, unless you're Bryson out here, I would assume you guys would just have to pick the ball up too, unless I didn't really explore a ton of different options, but I don't think I could even have laid up short left. There was some room over there, but it was kind of like I said, 75% island green. There wasn't really a ton of options there. All right, can we get up to 110 again? Played those last couple pretty far up in my stance. Seemed to work out. Oh, 109.2, 154. I hit that kind of low on the face too. Surprised after playing yesterday and already playing 18 today back here, I'm even able to get up towards that number. That's kind of surprising myself here. Definitely a silver lining for a round like this. 147 out of the rough. I'm gonna aim over here and just hit a 9. This is going to be the quickest 2-3 holes I've ever played on GS Pro. Thin, but all right, par. 18th and final hole. 14 over. We're just a few strokes off of our 5 over goal. I even said even through 5. So 14 over through 17. 18th hole, par 5. 5-9-4. Final flyover of the day. Final tee shot of the day. Unless I find myself in another situation like that par 3. See if I'm going for 110 again on the club speed. Just for this point, the video is already long enough. Just for the curiosity factor, I've been wanting to do this. Let's see if I can find one quick. Pro V1X. I know this spins a little bit more than the regular Pro V1, but a firmer ball. I'm curious if I swing hard at this, if I can reach. Curious what the ball speed will be on this. I'm planning on doing a video of like what I play with those Callaway Superfasts, which are firmer than Super Softs, but still pretty significantly softer than what this Pro V1X is. If I can swing it around 110, and I'm going to try to hit this pretty hard, we'll see if the Garmin, if I can get it up to about 160 on the ball speed. We'll see how much firmer this thing actually is, how much distance and ball speed I'm leaving on the table using those Callaways. It was low on the face. Only 149, 105.6. Maybe not as much as I thought. Granted, that was a pretty bad miss hit, but I'm kind of overpowering some of it with swinging so hard. Put that ball back in the bag after. Oh boy, 303. On a downslope. 3-wood. This is not how I anticipated today going. Caught it chunky, but feels kind of good playing it that far up on my stance. So that's what I used to do when I first started playing. Got 249 out of that somehow. Maybe I need to start cheating the ball further up in my stance. It's gonna, generally speaking, from what they say, the further you play it up, the more, if you think of the hula hoop of the swing, the further you play it up, the more you're gonna possibly catch it. going from out to in, exaggerate the slice more, versus if you really want to hit a big draw or a big hook, you play it further back in your stance. So if I cheat it up a little bit more, I'm going to bring that big spinny slice more into play. But if I can get some extra speed on it, playing it just a little bit further up with the driver in, for example, like with that 3-wood, not that that was even that great, that was 139 on the ball speed, 97. I don't know, maybe something to play with. 56 out of the bunker. I'm just gonna hit kind of a hard 56. And hopefully if I get this on the green, we'll wrap this video up pretty quick. Not a ton to look at score-wise. Almost shanked it, that's gonna be right. That is the most fitting way to end this. One bunker to the other. I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm gonna hit a 20-yard shot. We'll see what happens after I hit it. Alright. Well, this is not going to be a fun one to edit and watch back, but we'll take a look at it. So, from East Lake Golf Club, we'll see if the pros, any of the pros do that, but from East Lake Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia. Course designer on this one was Tech Bud. Shout out to Tech Bud and all the other designers. Great job on this one per usual. Home of the Tour Championship going on from August 29th to September 1st. Despite my better judgment and my ego, I don't really want to post this, but I am going to edit and post it, so you guys will be seeing this abysmal round, especially that 15th. But we ended up with a 15 over 87, so kept it under 90, a little bit beyond our goal of 5 over, but 41 on the front, wheels came off on the back with a 46. One birdie on number 6, the rest were pars, bogeys, and much worse. Take a look at the stats. 8 pars, 1 birdie, 7 bogeys, 1 double, 0 double plus. That's not right. We had a 10. Longest drive 287, average drive 278, average ball speed 150, best ball speed 152, 28 putts, 5 sand saves. I was escaping that front 9 out of some of those bunkers, which I was kind of happy about. Hour and 13 minutes, 28% greens in regulation, 29% fairways. That sounds about right. 9 handicap on this course. Granted, I mean, obviously it's the Tour Championship course. It is a tough course, but that was pretty bad. This may go into the list of having to redo this one when I'm playing better, but I'm going to wrap this one up. Don't know why you guys would enjoy that unless you like to see me struggle, and I guess that was pretty comical on that, doing my little speed training session in the middle of the round on the 15th hole to get a 10 after I conceded and teed up my driver multiple times and still couldn't even get it over. But I did hit what was it, 111 point something on the club speed. That's promising, and I had a couple in the neighborhood of 109, 110, so at least that's a silver lining. But hopefully you guys enjoyed me making a fool out of myself, especially on that hole in the back 9. But like always, appreciate all the support you guys show the channel. Check out those Amazon links. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.